And our last comic to the stage, you may have seen him on clubs in New York City, but lucky for me, he came back to the class. I give you the one, the only, and my crush, Bill Greene.
That's what I say as I walk around with no direction, no. I know it's time to stop to find my way back home.
How's everybody? Good afternoon. It's no longer morning. My niece got married 3 months ago in Virginia. Then she decided to have the reception down in North Carolina, at Outer Banks, on the beach. She said, would you help us out, maybe officiate the faux wedding? I said, sure. I went down. They told me the reception was going to be the normal fare, different stations. They're going to have filet mignon, salads, desserts. But they had a special surprise for me, a bacon station. Now, bacon to me is like filet mignon. I love it. They had everything. They had jalapeno, they had smoked, they had regular, and they had chocolate-covered bacon. Unbelievable. So the first thing I did was go to the local supermarket. I bought a loaf of Wonder Bread, 3 large tomatoes, and a jar of Hellmann's mayonnaise. My wife said to me, you can't go to the reception carrying this. What, are you kidding? Killjoy. I said, okay. And we spent the whole week on the beach in North Carolina. Now, years ago, when we first got married, you give my wife and I a blanket, a beach, and a bottle of wine. You can imagine the rest. Now, we walk up and down the beach looking for shells. Look, honey, here's one. Oh, look at this one. Isn't this one nice? Now, for Father's Day, my oldest daughter and I, Katie, who's sitting right out here, and we flew out to California to visit my youngest daughter, Jen. I don't like to fly. The seat belts are not long enough for a guy my size. They never were. So they have seatbelt extenders. And you go in a store and you hear, price check on register 3, please. How about the stewardess saying, seatbelt extender on seat 8C, please? So now my daughter is out in LA and she's house sitting for a couple that are overseas in Europe. Now you got to picture this. 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, in-ground pool in the hills of Beverly overlooking Los Angeles. Unbelievable. Give me a case of beer, put my feet up, I'm in heaven. She goes, Daddy, I got an idea. Let's go for a hike. I said, no, Daddy doesn't hike. Daddy's going to get his exercise sitting by the pool doing the 12-ounce curl. The other day I was mowing the lawn. Took my glasses off, put them in my pocket. I finished mowing. I didn't realize one of the lenses had fallen out of the glasses. I put them back on. I thought I was having a stroke. Now, my wife, Joanne, decided this year she was going to grow tomatoes and herbs and spices on our deck. I said, go ahead, knock yourself out. Now, she's out there one day watering, and everything is dripping down through the pots downstairs, and she forgot she was airing out some blankets and quilts. Everything got soaked. Now, I'm a man of size. I like to feel a breeze. We have 5 ceiling fans in our house. My wife hates them. It never fails. When I'm getting dressed, I like to feel a little breeze, a little air movement. I put the fan on, and it's like it sucks her right into the room. So now I say, honey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going in the next room. I'm putting the fan on. Don't come in. I'm addicted to Kohl's. I shop at Kohl's all the time online. I always have everything delivered to the office. It's safer that way. I can sneak it in the house when my wife's not watching. About 2 weeks ago, they mixed up the mailing address with the billing address, and all the packages went home. So I'm sitting in the office. I get a phone call. What did you get at Kohl's this time? I said, I don't know, but you can have the $40 in Kohl's cash. She said, okay, great. Now, Joanne's a registered nurse. She works every other weekend, or I should say she used to work every other weekend. God punished me 2 weeks ago and broke her leg. Now she's everywhere. Every time I turn around, she's there. I was helping her get dressed the other day, and she goes, "You got my bra on upside down." I said, "Honey, look, my expertise was always taking bras off, not putting them on." I got a crush on two women, and I don't know who I like more, Jan from Toyota or Flo from Progressive. I was out with the guys one night, and my wife called me up, and she said, "The carbon monoxide alarm is on." I said, "Honey, go back to bed." It won't be on much longer. You know what I really miss? Red pistachio nuts. Remember them? Years ago, you knew somebody was smoking pot because they had red fingers, red lips, and a red tongue. We went on a bus trip, two friends of mine and I, down to Florida for spring break when we were in college. And we said, you know what? Let's get some sleeping pills. It's a 23-hour trip. Now, I don't know what they were, Tuinols, Secanols, Nebutols, Yellow Jackets, whatever. We took a bunch. Now, no sooner did we get through the tunnel and onto the Jersey Turnpike, the bus breaks down. It starts smoking. So they have to evacuate the bus. Now, picture three college guys fast asleep and they're trying to drag us off the bus. They sit us on the guardrail on the Jersey Turnpike, and we're drooling all over ourselves waiting for the next bus. Now, when the kids were young, I used to play Mr. Mom when Joanne worked on weekends. And Katie, my youngest, who's right here, she was about 3 years old. I was laying on the couch watching television, and Katie was playing. All of a sudden, she starts shaking me. "Daddy, Daddy, wake up." I said, "What's the matter?" She goes, "I ate all my vitamins." Shit. You're only supposed to take one. So sure enough, I went in the kitchen and there was an empty bottle of vitamins. I got in trouble again. Joanne came home from work, called the pediatrician. He said, "Don't worry, she probably won't get sick for a while." Another time when I was watching both of them, we used to watch old Abbott and Costello movies on a Saturday and eat cheddar wursts. Now, those of you who don't know what a cheddar wurst is, it's kielbasa stuffed with cheddar cheese. It's like you died and went to heaven. So we used to see who could squirt the cheese out the other end the furthest. And to this day, they swear that I used to feed them spaghetti with tomato sauce. I said, "What's wrong with that?" "Well, the tomato sauce you made was ketchup with hot water." I said, "I didn't do it." "Oh, yes, you did, Daddy." About 6 months ago, I bought a guitar. My wife said to me, "You don't play the guitar." I said, "I could. I could learn." Well, P.S., I haven't picked it up since. Now, for exercise, they always tell you park far away and walk to the building and take the stairs. No, are you kidding me? I drive around till I find the closest spot to the building, and I jump in the elevator. Doctors, you go to the doctor, the 4 words I don't like to hear is, "Get on the scale." I said, "Give me a couple of minutes, let me prepare for this." Take my shoes off, my belt off, my wallet out, take my watch off, and then when I get on the scale, I lean backwards. I figure that's got to be worth 5 or 10 pounds, right? I did Weight Watchers on the internet. A couple of weeks I had extra points, I put them on eBay. The other night, Joanne and I went out to dinner. Waiter came over to the table and said, "Sir, would you like a drink before dinner?" I looked at him, I said, "Does Raggedy Ann got a cotton crotch?" Joanne decided that we're going to go to take dance lessons. This is obviously before she broke her leg. But she found a place that was going to show the movie Dirty Dancing. And after the movie, they're going to show you all the moves from Dirty Dancing. I said, "Yeah, right." Like, nobody puts Billy in the corner. When my wife was pregnant, she had these really cool pants. They were called maternity pants. They have a spot here, expanding waist. Oh, a little panel, elastic. Why don't they make these for men? I've been looking for these for years. I can't find them. My wife always wanted a big family. When she was lying on the delivery table with our youngest daughter, I looked down at her and said, "Honey, you still want to have 6 kids?" She looked up at me with her big brown eyes and just said, "Fuck you." Erectile dysfunction. It's a terrible, terrible thing, isn't it? Maybe you're just overworked, tired. You know what I miss is a nocturnal erection. There was nothing like it. It was like having a kickstand in bed. It would keep you from rolling out of bed in the middle of the night. Folks, thanks. I'm Bill Greene.
What would you do if I showed you? I can't find you and me.